target. Is I can use my knowledge of rectangles to find the area of a triangle. Okay, let me make that a little clearer. There we go, that looked better. And remember, you can pause at any time if you need more time to write something down. All right, now we're gonna draw a rectangle. Just draw a rectangle, make it neat. Doesn't need to be perfect. And we're gonna label the base. We're gonna say it's 6 units, and then the height will be 3 units, okay? So if I asked you to tell me the area of this rectangle, you would hopefully tell me that the area is base times height, which is 6 times 3. So the area would be 18 units squared, okay? Well, now, what if I took that rectangle and I cut it in half, just like this? And I shaded in half of the rectangle. And I want you to do this on your rectangle. You don't have to use markers. You can use your pencil or your pen or whatever, or you can use markers. But shade in half of that rectangle for me. All right, now what if I said, well, what's the area of the shaded part? The whole thing's 18. I shaded half of it. What's the area of the green part? Well, I shaded half of the rectangle, and half of 18 is 9. So the area of the green part, and I'm going to write it in green because I shaded it in green, would be 18 divided by 2. It would be 9 units because 9 is half of 18. What I want to show you here is that every single triangle is half of a rectangle, okay? I'm going to draw another one down here. I want you to try to draw it with me. Even a triangle like this. Now this is a right triangle because there's a right angle in this corner right here. Okay, this one is going to be an acute triangle because all of the angles are acute angles. Okay, but even a triangle like this, I can make it into a rectangle. Just like this. Every triangle is half of a rectangle. Okay, so we're going to use that knowledge to help us figure out the formula for the area of a triangle. Okay, if I had a triangle that looked like this, I can make it half of a rectangle. All right, let's make a note over here. Every triangle is 1/2 of a rectangle. Okay, I'm going to turn the page. If you have more space, you can keep working right there. Remember, you can always pause it, okay? All right, so with that in mind, the formula for, here we go. The area of a, you don't have to do bubble letters if you don't want. I'm going to draw some triangles. Why not? Okay. So the area, and I'm going to put a triangle. Area of a triangle. We're going to use the same for a rectangle, okay? Base times height. But we're going to do one more thing. We know from the other page, every triangle is half of a rectangle. So we're going to do base times height, and then we're going to divide it by 2. And we divide it by 2 because it's half of a rectangle. So you're using that formula for the rectangle, and then you're cutting it in half. Okay, I want to show you. I want you to write this down too. Okay, you can also do base times height times 1/2. Okay, these will get you the same answer. All right, if you use this one and then you use that one, you'll get the same answer. Now, some of you guys have calculators that you don't know how to put fractions into. Okay, just remember 1/2 is the same thing as 0.5. Okay. So if you're putting it into a calculator and you can't put 1/2 in because you don't know how to do the fraction part, you can always just use 0.5. Okay. We're going to do one more example and then we will be done. I'm going to draw a nice big triangle down here. I'm going to make it a right triangle. I'm going to label the base 5 units. I'll label this side 8 units and I'll label this side 10 units. Okay. I want to know the area of that triangle. So my first question is, what's the base and the height? You should remember from parallelograms that we can say 5 is the base, but we had some trouble always finding the height. Okay. The height has to be the straight up and down line. Okay. It has to hit the base at a right angle. So right here, the 8 hits the 5 at a right angle. So 8 is going to be the height. Okay. Now just plug your numbers into the formula up here. Okay. The area of this triangle is 5 times 8 divided by 2. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 divided by 2 is 20 units squared. We're going to practice this for a little bit next week too to get more comfortable with it and you're going to see some more challenging problems and you're going to be able to practice this skill. But make sure you have these notes that you can refer back to, okay? Send me a message with any questions. Come see me during office hours. I'm happy to help. I hope you guys have a great day. You are awesome. Keep working hard.